Broeder Shaquille.
Broeder Shaquille.
Hit it!
The Babbling Heads podcast.
Here we go. Get it!
Arsenic on the beat.
Die bar bly ook hier.
Nou, is het gewoon.
Oh, okay.
The Babbling Heads podcast.
Yo, what's up? This is the Base 187 and welcome to this week's episode of the Babbling Heads podcast.
I'm DJ Fingers.
I am JoeZone.
Charlie X2C.
And today we're welcoming a stellar young artist on the block. Is it Meagan or Meagan Thomas?
It's Meagan.
Meagan.
Very,
Meagan
very
Thomas,
bright.
welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Before we go with the obvious first question, I just want to say thank you for restoring my faith in artists, Jay and Malcolm, because lately it always like what was ghost here. They are famous rappers. And
Ding, steak time.
Oh, the shade. The shade.
Mr. Fingers, did you take your pills this morning?
yes, I did.
Just getting it out of your system.
But yeah, no, it's lekker to have a dope artist. I like your music that you're putting out. So we're really interested in who you are and whatever you do and stuff like that. So give us a rundown as to where you were born. Just a rundown as you were born and when you fell in love with music and to where you are now.
Okay. So I was given up for adoption when I was 15 weeks. But the family that adopted me, we grew up in Mitchell's Plain.
Okay.
And my mother, my adoptive parents, they always filled the house with music, and my mother used to sing to me at a young age, and I guess I started singing because she was singing. And then I went to creche, and I went to an artsy preschool. So from a young age, I started doing ballet, singing. We started doing big musical productions. And then when I went to primary school, I was a very quiet person. I kept to myself a lot. I still like that. But yeah, I never saw myself as a singer or a performer. But one day they were like, you guys have to audition for the choir, because no one wanted to be in the choir. So I auditioned for the choir, and then one day we were having rehearsals for a musical. We did The Sound of Music. And I didn't hear back. I did audition, but I didn't hear back from anyone. And then on the day of the first rehearsal, they were like, why aren't you in the rehearsals? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then they were like, but you're the lead. So I was like, what? Yeah, and then ever since then, I realized I had a passion for performing. Yeah.
So you were a singer-songwriter, am I correct?
Yes,
Okay, so you write your own lyrics and...
I do.
Oh, so the song Toxic,
Oh,
is that about a lived experience, or did you write that song, or did you just write it out of nowhere?
experience.
Oh, okay.
Let's go into the experience.
Yeah,
Oh.
tell us about what inspires you to you obviously a singer-songwriter, so you
Yes.
pull from these lived experiences. What is that about? Like, explain to us. Like, we are artists, but we don't go through that process that you go through.
Yeah, so whenever I go through a situation, sometimes it's always just easier to put it down on paper, because when you speak to someone, it's difficult to sometimes find the right words to say. So when you write how you feel on a piece of paper, then it's just like everything comes out.
Would you liken yourself to Adele, because a lot of her albums seem to be pertaining to relationships?
Okay, yeah, I'd say yes.
Oh, cool.
So as jy opbreek met iemand en dan skryf jy dit op sy stryk.
Yeah, so guys,
Jou
don't
hele
date
files
me.
gaan uitkom, my bro. Owens, fair warning, don't date Meagan.
Yeah, no, don't.
Jou files gaat uitgebreker word.
I mean, the song Toxic is quite personal, like, you know, about the relationship. You like laying it all out on the canvas there, like.
Yeah.
Break it down, man.
So there was this guy that I used to like. I've never felt that way about anyone before.
Until now.
Until then. And between us, it was like, it felt good. but it wasn't good. We were constantly arguing, but at the same time, we wanted to be close to each other. I'm trying not to be like we had a sexual chemistry, and it was like passionate. But if we had to sit and have a conversation, we would argue because we had a lot of differences.
Okay, so not necessarily compatible.
Yeah, no.
So
Sexually, yes, but not on the other level.
So meeting each other at the wrong time in your lives most probably no. You're not,
I think
not
we.
sure enough?
I think we both have egos.
We speak
I
a
like
lot about
to-
the ego here
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Groot egos.
Yeah.
Awkward.
So as an artist, right? Like
Okay.
you putting it all out there. It's in the music. You writing it down and stuff like that. Obviously, people is gonna react to this like we do.
Yeah, I
We
have an
are-
opinion.
have opinion about this. How you seem to be taking it like you don't know how to respond to it. Like you laid it all out on the canvas. You sang about it. We all
Yeah.
heard the lyrics. Now you can't be shy now.
Yeah, I
Huh?
know. Like I say, it's not always easy to speak about something, but it's easier to sing about it.
It's easier for you to communicate that way.
Yeah, and I feel like when I write a song, it's coming from inside of me. It's coming from up here and down here.
Yeah.
It's things that I can't share with people because people are gonna be like have an opinion about. Oh my word, she's so sexual. Like I'm not. It's just I'm a human being and I
Yeah.
have sexual desires. You know, so I put it on the paper and I sing about it.
So do you see that as a form of therapy, as a form of release now that you're getting it out of your system?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool.
feels
So
good.
do you have a full album out yet?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
On the projects that you're currently working on, have you done many collaborations? And do you feel comfortable working with other musicians, and why?
So I have collaborated with other artists like I don't know if you guys know Klein Fortuin.
Yes.
So
Also used to work with us.
yeah, so with quite a few artists. But now that I'm able to do my own thing, I feel more free. Like I feel more connected to the song. Whereas if I work with another artist, it's more like I'm adding on to their story.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. So are you currently signed to a label, independent? What you're doing?
independent.
Independent.
I don't like being told what to do.
So how do you find the process of having to record studio space, etc. like that? Do you find it challenging, or is it readily available?
So, as an independent artist, obviously you have to pay out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And you want quality stuff. You don't just want to go to your neighbor who has a studio. I mean, it's good, but it's not the quality that you want. And you want to, when you release a song, you want the message to speak to people, but you don't want them to listen to it and be like, what's that in the sound? What's that in the background? You want that quality. You want the quality so that they can hear. So I know quite a few people over the years. I've met a lot of people who have studios, who have knowledge, and yeah, I got a promotion recently at work. Whoop, whoop. So now I have more money to put towards the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just to touch on your work quickly. You want to go for that question?
Now before we do that,
Okay.
you need to. Have you ever thought of working with Dante?
Oh my goodness. I've been wanting to work with him for such a long time. I message him on WhatsApp like so many times because I'm obsessed with the tribe. You know, guys know the tribe, right? Obsessed with them. But he was like, yeah, just send me something. So I sent him a few things, but he wasn't feeling it. But one day we'll see.
We'll put in a good word for him. Don't worry, we'll put in a good word. We know him.
Moving on to your 9 to 5.
Yes.
What is your 9 to 5? Let's just break that down. You let even gepraat van it, man. So I just wanna, because I'm really interested in that, because I wanna actually invest in that.
Okay, so I work for a company that processes cryptocurrency payments. So if you are a merchant and you have an online business, you want to sell things online. A merch, yeah. And you want to sell things online. So we give you the option to allow your customers to pay with crypto. So when you shop on Mr. Price, then they ask you, do you want to pay EFT? Do you want to pay MobiCred? Do you want to pay with PayPal?
Yeah.
So we give that option for cryptocurrency.
Okay. But is it worth it though? Want ek sien almal try mense kop aan te sit met dit man. Like ek
Ja,
ek
jy
tweede
spam.
week kry hy brasse wat sê hy sell Bitcoin en hy kry
Yeah, on Instagram, that
Forex and all
Forex
that stuff.
people. Yeah, no. Personally, I would not advise anyone to join a pyramid scheme. So those people who's like, join me, and then
Get a
that
couple of
stuff.
followers and
yeah,
what.
don't do that.
The
Don't do
WhatsApp
that.
stokvel groups.
They end up-
Mense wag nog eens vir hulle Christmas.
Didn't that
Christmas
other bra do
packages.
that? What's his name? Plasnar. Plasnar in the Moerse Stokvel scheme, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it's legal. Is it?
Yeah, it's legal. The people give you like 1.5, each give you 1.5, and then they give you money. Then you put it like in an account or something like that, and then he pays you back. But I don't know. Obviously, some people's get done in with that. I don't know how the
Well, it's
what-
still free, so it's still out. So
Huh? Yeah.
not in prison yet, so
He's
it's
not
okay.
in prison, but I mean, he probably pays people back, but it is dodgy.
It's touchy.
Yeah, I know there was a couple of WhatsApp groups that were scam groups where people paid in and the money
Didn't get
just
anything
disappeared.
out.
so I basically go through your company, to obviously a legitimate company.
That's only if you want the option on your website, if you're a merchant. We're not an exchange. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency, you would buy it on an online crypto exchange.
Yeah.
But you got the details of the legitimate people that does.
Where we can at least
Yeah.
purchase it.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
So even if the Babbling Heads was selling merchandise, we would be able to go via her company to have that option of having people purchase by using cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wanted to ask something. You spoke about when, like, you auditioned for this church choir, right?
School choir.
School choir. Sorry. So when did you start writing for yourself?
14. I think 13, 14.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, julle kan aangaan.
When did you work with when did you start working with Malcolm?
When did I start working with Malcolm? We haven't worked on
Officially?
anything yet.
Okay.
We spoke about it, but we haven't done anything yet.
Why am I under the impression that you weren't you the it's probably the I thought it was the chorus one. Check here, so on your Facebook, I went through your Facebook thingies and
Oh.
no, ek het nie. There's
Another
one
love story. Okay.
one thing is it's about an artist stealing another artist's idea and seeing that you write your own stuff. Has anything happened to you with that regards? And what is your opinion on the one that's on your Facebook page?
So,
You know what I'm talking about, huh?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
No one has stolen anything
From you yet?
from me yet. Yeah. I'm always scared to put my songs out there because not to sound like I'm full of myself or something, but I feel like my stuff is good.
It's dope. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good. And I do have the fear that maybe someone's gonna steal a line or a chorus from my song, but
But you do own it, right? You do
Yes.
register it.
Yeah, I do.
You go the legal route. And your opinion on that thing that happened with who do you think is the culprit in that incident?
you know
Who
what?
do you believe? Let me put it that way.
Who do I believe? I don't have an opinion.
Is it?
Because I feel like there's always three sides to a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get
But I think in a lot of there was international cases. I think also with against Wycliffe Jean from the Fugees for using other artists' stuff. No, was it? Or was it Will I Am? Sorry, Will I Am.
That's a music that's Pharrell Williams.
Uh,
I think his one is the most fucked up one, because he didn't use the exact chords, no?
yeah.
But he used the feel of it. I think it was a Marvin Gaye track. Wat die feel van die selle song gebruik en toe sê hulle sommer nee, jy moet uitbetaal. So daai het nogal dinge se gechange 'n bietjie. So sy kan nie eintlik 'n feel gebruik van 'n ander song wat te veel
Yeah.
voel.
Wasn't it that Bloodline song?
Yeah, with
Robin
Robin Thicke as well. Yeah.
There's the Pharrell Be There. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun.
Marvin Gaye track with it.
Just in the side note, Ryan, you tone deaf.
Okay, sorry.
Just kidding.
That's why I don't sing, you know. And so
No,
I tell
but
stories.
pertaining to that post specifically, I think a lot of the onus lies on the producer, because the artist might not know. He's just getting the beat. He's like, yo, let's rap on this, whatever. So I think in that case, the material was sent to the producer. The producer takes it to the artist. The artist performs on that track, but he doesn't.
No. This is my understanding. The producer wanted to work with, gave it to his DJ. The DJ gave it to him. He gave it to his producers. Make me something similar to this.
But bear in mind that DJ is also one of his producers.
So same thing. So if you get something else, somebody else's music, and you say, make me something similar to this.
But it's just like if when I have the argument of saying, I got this beat here for you. You're not necessarily going to ask now who's the owner of the beat. You're just checking now things have been cleared, the process has been cleared. But it's now up to the producers to check like, okay, who's this, who owns this, whatever. They rearrange some stuff apparently.
So you're telling me if you giving me a beat, no? So jy gee vir my 'n beat, hy gee vir my 'n beat. En ek grand die beat. Ek gaan na hom toe se producer sê, dude, recreate die vir my. Dan is it fine.
No, it's not fine.
Then that's exactly what happened then.
No, what I'm saying is that the artist doesn't necessarily have knowledge as to where the beat comes from.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put the blame at the artist door necessarily. But that's just my assumption and my opinion on the matter. But I'm just, I'm thinking in this case.
Shaq is 100%.
That's a loophole if they didn't know though.
Shaq is 100% reg. Die artist het niks te doen met waar die producer of die label die beat vandaan af kry, so to speak, man. So as hy vir my sê en sy pose dat die beat joune is en nie iemand anders in nie. Hy is my skuld as 'n artist. Die fout lê completely op die producer.
It depends who hands-on ze is, man.
Yeah. Also the fact that was one of the best
Yo, guys, you're
tracks of his album.
heavy in depth there.
No, but this is music business industry. That's some things that happen to a lot of artists internationally, not just like on a local level, but on an international level. This shit happens all the time.
Ownership of, but I mean that relies on the recording studios or the person that's in charge of.
People have some studios have absolutely no models whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you're going back to the 60s, the amount of music Elvis stole.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's ridiculous.
I've heard of those things. Well documented.
Fun fact is like, I just saw a post earlier on Facebook. They said in 2005 when Eminem dissed Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson did nothing. He just bought his catalog. So every time Eminem performs any of those tracks or gets played, Michael Jackson gets paid.
Smart.
That's the quiet thing we were.
The same with Dr. Dre and Eazy-E.
Yeah.
Toe hy rap, hy dis gecreated for Eazy-E. Whenever it played, Eazy-E got paid for it basically. Because he was still under his contract basically.
So you've also recently requested on Facebook for your upcoming project for TikTok dancers to dance on your upcoming track.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, do you see the power of social media in releasing new music instead of going the traditional route of radio and television?
Yes, definitely. There are people who listen to radio. I'm not gonna. There are people who listen to radio, but a lot of the young people, they usually spend a lot of time on TikTok and
Thank you.
Instagram.
So you're saying that radio is basically on its way out?
Yeah. I've also heard that they pay people for
there's
TikTok.
some older people who listen to radio still.
Miley Cyrus, no? Miley Cyrus said that that she's actually gets more money from plays on TikTok than on
the radio.
On radio or something like that.
People
Because
spend
it's so
hours on
the
TikTok.
numbers are so much so much higher.
Maybe.
And because it's such an international craze, certain governments are actually cracking down on users or TikTok being in the country. So because it can be monetized much faster than the likes of YouTube, whatever, or Facebook views. So it's a way to go because people can actually make careers on it.
There's TikTok followers now, or creatives.
TikTokers.
I've never been on this. They get more views or more followers than CNN.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fucked up.
crazy.
The bra that
There's more kids. There's more kids with phones than
The owner
people watching
retired,
CNN.
at 38, no?
Yeah.
He's 38, and he's got 36
Billion US dollars.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
It's a lot.
I wouldn't retire.
What other mediums do you think as an artist, like as a young artist, do you think you'll not spend that much time on, and rather go the other route. That, you know what I'm saying? Like TikTok, you rather go to TikTok than radio type of move.
Yeah, rather TikTok and Instagram.
So you're basically saying that the old model of om vir radio te smeek om te speel, especially die radio station in die Kaap en wat van die man wil eintlik.
I mean, yeah.
playlist
I mean,
committees.
old people listen to the radio, right?
But I don't even own a radio anymore. I don't own a single device that has a radio on it unless I'm like streaming it on my phone.
Yeah, and Spotify, you can just put whatever song you feel like listening to, and then.
Yeah, my poor CD collection is like gathering dust. It's like the CDs that I haven't even opened it, and I'm sitting like with over 300 CDs.
Dying.
It's crazy now how
It's
the
dying.
government can plow money into the dying radio, but they can't plow money into podcasting. Like, it's weird. The new way of going forward. I mean, can't lectures go forward and be held on podcasts? You can put lectures up of it. There's so much more versatility. You can put it on YouTube and just host it there for free. Why didn't the government take all that money that they're wasting on
It's
that?
controlling knowledge. That is what the government is renowned for. So it's censorship is allowing whatever the agenda is to be brought out there to the public.
But then put the syllabus out on as a podcast. Why not? They have a teacher teaching the syllabus as a podcast.
I think
and push it out there. Free people. Bye.
With the pandemic, the global pandemic has forced a lot of people into the spaces. So like you're seeing the likes of Skype not doing that well, but yet Zoom has come up and that's been the medium of choice. So you get a lot of lectures, a lot of panel discussions, everything happening online. Yeah. It's just now we're understanding the fact that also South Africa is one of the highest data internet charges in the world.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, that's why they're trying to put out the beacons, the Wi-Fi. They give the people free Wi-Fi. But you're making some valid points there, and the fact that I forgot my point now. The government can put these stuff out there. Right? The government can, Ed?
You know what the problem is? You said, why don't the government use it? They're pushing in money into a dying platform, basically.
Yes.
I haven't worked for the SABC. There's people that I know is there from the 90s already that's got a 90s mind statement.
Yeah.
So they just rehashing old ideas, man. Like coming with friends, you're gonna need somebody that's younger, man.
Yes.
That's gonna say, "Kiki, dude, I don't really care about radio anymore. I'm gonna go TikTok, put my energy in that." They need to have a different mindset to say, "Kiki, die weekie mee nie, man." Like wie ever het gedink het is probably one of the four hulle sien klaar. Die SABC will have a Netflix type of ding gelaunched het.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are with it.
Yeah.
But
they
that's
should have been done with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way you should think, because your platform it's a
streaming to have like a streaming
out.
service they want to do only now. That they should have been doing it like 5 years back already.
When the States have been doing it for this is like way before.
Long, yeah.
And this was called pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So you could this was in the 80s already, the pay-per-view was out. So like there's certain content you wanted to watch and you had to pay for that service.
But in the UK, the Sky, they've moved from a traditional like satellite-based, and they indoctrinate. They put their whole package as like an internet-based package. So your streaming services, everything is in one package. They rather sell you it as one package than have separate everything, and that's what the way they can control more. But
iHeart in the States, they have most different radio stations. So they have the breakfast show, the Breakfast Club. They've got the terrestrial radio, no? But they're marketing it, the Breakfast Club, as a show,
online show.
And I mean, then moving on. We're getting rid of this, but we're moving on.
Yeah.
They're always in the car.
And the online show is way bigger numbers than obviously the radio show. Because I mean, you can only get to that radio show. You can only get to X amount of people in New York or wherever they. I don't know if they post it as far as LA, but when you open it up to the internet, as an international market, like
true. And that equates to sorry, I was praten. Om jou praat, maar shit dat is dan praat ons van
Can I have some tea? I'm joking.
Even DJs, like local DJs, wat more vir die slots, free slots wat hulle nie betaal vir nie, né? Of word dit betaal word vir nie, om radio te speel. Okay, ek was again one of
but I mean, until you put in your stuff now on the internet.
But now, but you if you only take your time out and build your own brand, your own platform, because the internet allows you to do that. But ons wil eieren gaan by die ou fucking way van mense wat jou that exploit you basically. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. My rant for the day is over. For now.
So, Meagan.
Oh yeah, Meagan, hi, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome back. Hey, you're still there.
Still young.
Young little snow bunny. Listen,
What?
so
Where you come with that? Like,
What demon?
okay, so
Shaq,
yeah,
enjoy that lyrics.
where's your when will your album be launching? Or are you just looking at dropping project for project?
Just, I don't know if you guys know Ras.
No.
So I'm just gonna be putting out singles until I'm ready to put out an album. I just want people to hear
Okay.
that I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so essentially, if you're looking at the rules of music business, you are basically creating your 1,000 true followers.
Yeah.
So you want to create your market base first before you go out and say, look, here's my complete body of work.
Yeah, because I mean, I want people to know who I am. I want people to know that I exist. I want people to know what my sound is. Because if I release an album, I just feel like people are going to be like, oh, who's that? Why would I listen to an entire album? I don't even know who this person is.
Okay. So, but coupled with that, how is your live performance set? Have you worked on that? Because that is one of the, if you're looking at the traditional streams, don't make it necessarily make it much money. You can make money on your TikTok, etc. But a lot of artists still make their bread and butter by touring. So how is your live performance set?
Shaq is going to steal my question. I was going to ask a COVID question. How's live performances been now during
During
bad
COVID,
lockdown? COVID.
Okay, so I actually only... Okay, so let me first speak about the singing. So I started putting YouTube covers on... I started making covers and putting it on YouTube. I never planned to actually release my own songs. It was just... I thought if I die one day, I want people to look back and see, oh, she could sing. So I put covers on YouTube. And then people started asking me to sing at events because they saw my covers. But this is only in 2019, late 2019, when I started actually singing at live performances. And then COVID came. And so I haven't really had a lot of live performances.
Okay.
I could say that.
That was because of like COVID. So you just started doing the live performance and it hit like it's crazy. It affected a lot of performers. Like I do a lot of stand-up comedy, and also because of that, like a lot of performers they're like on and then they're off, and then shows get they book shows and then they cancel shows. So yeah, it's a weird space for live performance, and I think we were talking about it before. It's like
Not before every episode.
it's like, is it gonna come back? Like I was talking about it in a fighting sense, like because are they gonna have audiences again and stuff like that? Like where do you see it going from here? Like, or are you still hoping there's still gonna be live performances?
Well, I think there still will be. I mean, do you know colored people? You can tell us like
I think
there's a
people in
curfew at
general.
8 p.m. Sorry. Yeah, let me just say that. Curfew at 8 p.m. People are still out by 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So I don't really think it's going to hold people back.
Internationally, people are still having like open air events now.
Yeah.
So that is what they gravitate in. Maybe in summer we can have some open air events. I
I'm
don't
the
know.
only one that missed the full lockdown. Level 5 missed lockdown.
Yo.
Why do you guys want to go back?
No
inches, no top, you mad.
That was liquor times. That was fucking liquor times.
The cool thing about the live performance is like you can connect intimately with the audience. Like,
Yeah.
And I think that is like something as a performer, like if you take that away from that part, that aspect away from a performer, it affects them on some level. I'm fortunate enough to still be able to connect with the audience on a like a that seeing them in front of me level. But yeah, I don't think it translates on the internet, man.
It's not the same, yeah.
Likes and people's putting comments is cool and stuff like that, but just being there with them and
I went to one of his shows.
appreciating.
atmosphere.
It was not
Yeah.
Yeah, the atmosphere is different.
Even like as a singer, like sometimes when you go to this, you hear a singer on stage and then like
Get
get
goosebumps.
goosebumps. No,
Yeah.
that you don't get. You don't get that like on a if you're listening to a
Alive, because the internet also, like, you know, get that actual
The
feel of
quality.
vocals.
Yeah.
And the thing is, man, that you actually you feel the vibration better when you at a live performance because the acoustics play a role. That's why you get goosebumps, man. So it's the bouncing of the sound and the vibration and the aura. So it's surround by the sound, man. That's why they call it
Surround sound.
Dolby
DTS,
Wil ze weer 900 rand betaal voor een borrel zorba?
Ek het die once het ek illegal wing gekoop.
I brewed my own. I made my own
Not once,
gemmer beer.
so
I made my own Hunter's Dry. It was hard, but it got me. I did what it had to do. You had like drink 2 liters of it before you got the buzz on.
Oh yes, I have a question. I saw you recording, not recording, but did some cover songs, but that was on Facebook, man. And I still asked you about the mic, the Rode mic that you're using. So do you record yourself as well at home, or do you like go to studios?
So when I did my cover songs, I did it at home in my bedroom with like a dynamic mic. Yeah, but now I moved, so now I'm closer to a studio where the guy has like quality sound. I don't know if you guys know Sean Calvin from Laveau. So I'm going to be working with him tomorrow. Yeah.
Ik watch him.
Wat 'n Malcolm
No,
sound.
no, he's got a...
Wat 'n Malcolm.
Vat me Malcolm saam, ja.
So, my last question. How do you describe your music, the sound that you're trying to create, and why that sound?
How would I describe it?
Sexy, sensual.
The capital R.
I would say modern R&B. So definitely taking. So I do enjoy artists like Sade.
I was playing it when you came in.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, baby.
So I definitely like to take inspiration from there. Yeah. So like a modern R&B.
Yeah, modern R&B. One thing I don't want you, or what I don't want to see your career going, I don't want you to be one of those artists, and yes it is, a lot of them actually go overseas, especially to Spain, to sing covers, or go on cruise ships and sing covers.
Nothing wrong with that, yo.
Nothing wrong with making that, but I mean, I'd like to see you establish yourself as an independent artist, creating your own work, and being true to your surroundings, your lived experiences, etc. And not necessarily to, like we always say this, don't try and sound America, but people gravitate towards a certain sound. I'm not sure if you can, there are artists that sing gam nummers. But be you, unapologetically.
The thing is, it's a skill, man. What you have is a skill that not a lot of people have. Like we had Courtney on here, no? Where she's struggling to write she's struggling to write her own music. You already have that, man, and you delivering it. She delivers it perfect. Like a cover version is like fuck. She feels it. She delivers it. You write and you deliver. So for you to go over and just be another artist that goes to Spain is gonna be a fucking waste of that talent, man. You know what I'm saying? That
authentic.
Authentic and dude, it's really what us as Cape Townians need, because like if we say it, like die ou artists het baie net gerely op 'n song, hulle het nooit hulle personal goedes ingesit nie, man. Whether it rappers is or whether it dinges is, hulle het jy kan dit nou nog sien, die ou rappers, gaan nie name noem nie, hulle rap oor die culture, man. Hulle rap oor die culture, hulle rap oor hulle wil advice gee vir ander mense, maar hulle kan hulle eie lewe fucking, you know what I'm saying? Which is so fucking annoying, but die nuwe artists soos Nantal, hulle sit hulle eie goedes aan, en ek respect daai, man. En it is shit dat al jaren terug gebeur het, but let's focus on the positive, man. So it will be a fucking waste if you just wasted that flow of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just say something on that? Can I just say something on that?
Yes, you may.
Okay. The rede hoekom ek vir Dante likes, no, as because they can soul sien in sy music, man.
Yeah.
Sien dit, so sy vir no matter wat it is, man, like I raking, my daar is het al klaar, like op een flippend mood al klaar mee, bro, man. Like, a word of advice also, man, like, soos hy nou,
so die ou mense wil net advice gee. I was just talking about it.
A word of advice, man. Like,
A word of advice.
For myself, ook actually,
A word of
like,
advice.
I've always been afraid to create what's never been created, man. Like, niet om je cycle te breken, maar om het way beter te maken, wat je zegt, ja, this is actually really fuck me, bro. En het gaat unpleasant be voor zo'n mensen oren at first. But until they see, nou, yo, die mensen voelen aan die, bro. Wat is zo speciaal van die? Okay, that's not a lekker vibe and what. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't be like, especially when you sing, like don't be afraid to just try random shit. Like random shit is what makes shit interesting.
Makes it good, yeah.
A lot of the music that I listen to, and I've got a quite eclectic taste in stuff, is that the moment I hear something and I feel something, and especially a lot of the times it's in foreign languages. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I'm feeling it. The vibe is there, the vibe. It's like once you can capture that vibe. And I think there was a series on YouTube quite a few years ago, I think it was called Axis of Awesome. It's like where the guys say like there's 3 specific chords that you play, that all the main big name songs all have that chords in. And they play the whole series, I think it's like over 30 numbers. But like, nah, dope. Once you can feel something and the emotion is there and it moves you, doesn't matter what language you're speaking. It's just people's gonna vibe with it. So keep that vibe.
I got a question. Just one last question. Sometimes as artists, like we become different people in order to
persona.
do certain things. Persona, yeah, different persona. Like Ryan Joseph is somebody, but JoeZone is somebody else. Malcolm is somebody, but Malky is somebody else. As somebody else. Like when you go into that sensual person. Sensual persona. Is it a persona? I would like to ask, is it a persona or is it just extension of you, or do you become somebody else in order to express yourself in a different way?
It is a part of who I am. I feel like I hate labels and boxes. I don't feel like anyone is just one person.
Yeah.
Whoever you guys see sitting there, that's who he is when he's with you.
Yeah.
But when he's with maybe me, or if he's at some fancy international conference with a suit, he's a different person.
Yeah.
But he's still that person. It's just a different part of him.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I sing, I'm showing people a part of me that I keep inside. But it is who I am. It's just a different part of me.
Okay.
Very last question.
And you don't always let out the different sides of you. Like here today, you're not very like vocal, but you're talking, you're there, but there's like different sides. Maybe it's a different perception, or in a different area you act differently.
Yeah, I think it depends on the people and how they make me feel.
Yeah.
If I feel like I can trust you, I know you. And
Okay.
then I feel like I can be more myself again. Some people might be like, oh my word, you're too talkative, shut up. Like, or calm down, like just sit down.
Or ghost.
And then some people is like, why don't you speak? You're so quiet. It's how you make me feel,
The vibe.
I think.
Just
or
for,
if I trust you.
Yeah. One last thing. With that being said, pertaining to the personas on stage, do you feel that a lot of female artists are hypersexualized, or the female form is hypersexualized in terms of when Beyonce goes on stage and she goes in the tight leather suits and little G-string outfits? Do you
Sasha
Fierce, whatever. But I mean, a lot of them tend to have that certain look. Do you want to cast yourself in that mode and like dress up for the show, or do you want to be comfortable in your PJs, whatever, in your onesie when you go on stage, or do you want to look a certain way? What do you want to conform? Yeah, because I mean, it's like the female form gets exploited on when it comes to singers, and I don't see necessarily Beyonce's got a beautiful voice, but I don't want to see
that. The girl that she just said something about that now. What's her name?
What about the male form?
Oh, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
She's cool.
Why do you think The Rock is so famous? Because he's selling his body. Think about it. But because it's a female now, the discussion is...
Kelly's kant nie, no? But is gezien op zijn livestage performances en zijn koers hier bij zijn moves, is allemaal te vrij terwijl hij maar performt. I'm just saying.
No, bro. You so bring up more, Kelly.
Anyway, in conclusion, I wanna apologize to my colleagues' unprofessionalism.
That's okay. They're just keeping it real.
That's it. Unapologetically.
But
real.
I hope we also nervous get weggevat van jou.
Wait, I didn't answer my question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man.
Come on.
like
Sorry, I unprofessional.
I feel like in the entertainment industry, if you are looking to get a fan base, or it's like for some people it's very important to become someone that people will like. It's important to be someone people will look up to. You know, you have to dress a certain way and act a certain way and say certain things in order to have a fan base, or to be liked, or to be or to have people sponsor you. You know, they're looking for a brand.
X Factor.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like if I feel a certain way, I feel like I want to do the song my way, then I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
If I feel like, okay, this is a sexy song, I want to put on a
Frank
sexy
Sinatra.
outfit, I'm going to do it. But if I feel like, okay, this is a laid back song, I want to wear my slippers, then I'm going to do it. I don't want to be someone that other people want me to be.
Yeah.
If they feel they don't want to sponsor me because I'm like that, then it's
Then
fine.
so be it, so
I'm
be it,
doing
yeah.
it because I enjoy it.
Yeah, you're not there to fit their brand
I
image.
can relate to that
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Oh, wait, so yeah.
Because no. I can relate to that because even with me making that mistake probably twice already, I'm gonna put it out like that because this is who we are.
Yeah,
It's
that's who I
authentic.
am.
You know, and
Yeah.
that is what the podcast world grants us, man. So I can definitely relate to that, man. Okay, go for it, buddy.
Oh, wait, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Over to you.
Some very insightful conversations, going from cryptocurrency to TikTok, etc. But yeah, we want to wish Meagan Thomas everything of the best in your career going forward. And yeah, from the Babbling Heads, we out. Peace.
Use your fingers.
JoeZone.
Johnny X2C.
And it's Meg.
It's Meg.
It's Meg. Is that second
base
persona we were talking
187.
about?
Asnik op je Piet. Asnik.
Max up.
Check, 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 check.
The Babbling Heads podcast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is so cute. Who does that?
Who's it? Oh,